Why? Why should I raise voice against porn and prostitution? If someone in flesh trade or in prostitution industry or in porn industry, whether it is softcore or hardcore or dangerous or violent porn, why should I worry about them? Why should I bother about human trafficking, whether it leads to increasing victims in flesh trade or porn or slavery or beggars mafia? Why should I cry for raped and sexually abused victims by ruthless, infant, terrible, and impudent dirty dogs who are influenced and aroused by hardcore porn and adult movies? Why should I condemn when infants or girls or women are trafficked illegally for meeting demand in porn and brothels and flesh industry? Why should I fight against human trafficking, sex scandals, and criminals who involves in torturing children, girls, and women mentally and physically for their sexual desire and also killing them after that? Why should the government ban and remove the porn sites and adult movies and brothels in India? Why don't we need it at any cost? Why? Maybe you may not have answers right now. You know, because these are all invisible problems. There is a bias, there is a partiality, there is a concern about the problems facing in India. There are certain problems which have the answers, which have the solutions, which got the support from people. I will ask you a few questions. Even you know the answers and you people are supporting that one. Just think once the difference between these two. Forget about the questions which I asked now for some time. Just I will ask you the another sort of questions, the another shade of questions I have in my mind. Just think once. Why the government and public are worried about the not wearing helmets and fastening seat belts, and why the government made it mandatory by law itself? Why the government and public are bothered about HIV and stress people to follow safety instructions and use condoms? Why the government and public are followed and jointly implementing the life insurance, health insurance, and general insurance with the publicities and awareness? Why the government and public join together their hands to curb black money and corruption in India? Why the people raise their voice against public smoking, even smoking, tobacco consumption, liquor consumption, and government itself started campaigns and publicities to avoid these bad habits, to make the healthy society? Why no drugs? Why no untouchability? Why no bettings? Why no dowries at the marriages? Why no abortions? Why don't you like to see your daughter in porn as acting? Why don't you like to see your sister working as prostitute in brothel houses? Why don't you like to see your wife in adult movies or at night bars dancing or acting? Why don't you like to see your mother in flesh trade or available at the massage parlors? The reason is, that there is something called the humanity. Actually, the mind itself won't accept these all things when our mother or sister or wife or known person or someone from our family members are in the flesh trade or in the prostitution or in porn industry. Or not only this, all any type of illegal activities, any type of which are morally and ethically are not sound. We don't like to be them in those situations. And not only this one, because of the humanity, I already told you there are certain questions I asked you earlier. Okay, so just keep aside those questions for some time. The second pattern which I asked, second questions, have the answers because of the humanity. Saving lives from accidents by wearing helmets and fastening seatbelts. And there are certain safety measures we follow while driving and all. And government wants it. The reason is the humanity, to save the lives from the accidents. Protecting lives from HIV, sexual transmitted diseases, sexual infected viruses, diseases. Ask them to people to follow the safety measurements and use condoms and all. Many campaigns and publicities, many awareness campaigns, and we are educating them to save their lives because of the humanity. Protecting family members and their basic needs by insurance policies or other secured policies or other alternate options, even when we are not there on the earth, when we are not with them. So we want they to lead their life happily. So that is the reason we are making alternate arrangements by policies and insurance and other alternate options. The reason is humanity. Anti-corruption to save nation from financial inequalities is called humanity. Stopping bad habits, whether it's a smoking or drinking or drugs or whatever it may be, we want to save our people from their bad habits, is called humanity. Now I am asking, just remember the first whatever the questions I have asked in the first phase. Then do you think the same humanity is required for the victims of porn or brothels and sexually assaulted people? Here humanity has the very vast meaning, vast range of meaning it has. Humanity, it includes morality, safety, security, dignity, ethics, happiness, and basic rights to live on the earth. Do you think they are not eligible for the same values which we have? The morality, safety, security, dignity, ethics, happiness, and basic rights, where other people are provided, benefited, granted, and enjoying by the society in this society. Do you think those victims don't have this eligibility? If you say yes, and you think desperately they require, they need it, they have to get it, then it is not only you should chronically raise your voice against porn, prostitution, brothels, human trafficking, and flesh trade. It is you should fight against all these problems to wipe out in our country. It is you and the government should not act on it, should act on it to do not permit and allow in India for our safety of our children, girls, women, for their happiness, for their basic, attaining basic rights, for their, the free life without threat and any fear from the social evils. It's our responsibility. We all are Indians. We should love each other. We should love our brothers and sisters. We should love each and every person in the country. Not only in the country, we should love each and everyone in the world. At least you should love the people whom you know, and the people who are in the same country. Here, love the person, it does not mean only helping them by just when they don't have the money, just you are providing some 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, or helping them people to cross the roads if they are blind or dumb and deaf, or giving respect to the ladies in the buses when they are standing and you have the seats and you are offering for them. That is not only the love and respect you have towards our brothers and sisters. The real love the real respect, the desperate, the inclination, the willingness you have towards our Indian people or the society. We should make India porn free, brothel free, slave free, and no human trafficking at all. We should proud of India and should proud to be an Indian. Thank you.